Hi, I'm Ray from Toshi, and in this video, I'll show you how to set up your Tingxie routine using the Toshi web app. So before we begin setting up any routine, first we need to make sure that the profiles are all set up, and we need to make sure we set up profiles for number one, the adults who are supervising the child who's doing the Tingxie. That could be yourself, your spouse, your helper, or your parents, which are your child's grandparents. And the reason is because if we want the supervising adult to remember to administer the Tingxie for the child, we need to have a profile set up for the adult first. And number two, we want to have the profile for the child set up so that once the routine is complete and set up, those spelling practice sessions also reflect on your child's calendar. Now, how do we set up profiles if you have not yet done so? Is to go to the bottom left-hand side of the web app, click Manage Profiles, and there you will see a couple, probably your name at the top. And then if you have not yet set up any other profiles, you can click the word Add Profile, click Person, and fill in the relevant details. Okay, now that the profiles are all set up, it's time to start setting up the routine. So first, go to the top right-hand corner of the home page where you see the green Create button and click Routine. Now over here, you will see the other routines that are also available on Toshi, but today we're focusing on Tingxie practice. So let's click Tingxie here. And then on this page, we'll select who this Tingxie routine is for. So this is for my elder daughter, I call her E1, and we'll save it under her education calendar because it's part of her school education Tingxie test, right? And if you want to save it any other calendar, you can feel free to click Add New Calendar and name the calendar as necessary. Okay, and if you have not yet added profiles in the previous step, you can also add one more over here. Next, you can select the country that you're from. Selecting of schools are optional, and then we'll select the level that your child is at. Then you can select who is the adult that's supervising your child in administering the Tingxie practice. So this step is optional. It is purely only necessary if you wish to have the calendar event also reflect on the adult's calendar. So for the purpose of today's tutorial, I'm just going to click my own calendar so that you will see how it looks like at the after we have set up the routine. Okay, and then you will have to select which calendar you want it to reflect under as well. So I have anything related for my kids or my family under my family calendar. And then now the third step is to upload the Tingxie list. So if you already have the Tingxie list saved in your desktop, you can click Upload from Browser. So like what I have over here, I already have the Tingxie list saved here. Okay, open. And if you don't yet have it in your desktop, what you can also do is to send from phone. And if you click this option, a QR code will pop up. What you have to do is very simple. Just take your phone, go to the camera app, scan this QR code, and it will prompt a pop-up. And over there, they will ask you to take a photo of the Tingxie list. And then once you are done, you upload, it will bring you back to this page over here to continue setting up the routine on your web app. Okay, so we're just waiting a short while for the AI to extract all the words from the Tingxie list, and it's really quick. So over here, you'll see that because this is just a one-page Tingxie list, you'll see that, okay, the Tingxie words have been extracted as well as the Hanyu pinyin over here. So before you go ahead to set anything else up, just do a quick check on the words as well as the Hanyu pinyin and whether or not any words have been missed out. If any words have been missed out, you can always add the word here manually yourself. And so because on the image, there were no test dates indicated or printed there. So what you can do is to tell Toshi when the actual test is, meaning when your child is actually having this Tingxie test in school. So you can click this calendar. And so she's having the Tingxie test this Thursday. Okay. And so because the test in school is on Thursday, I probably will want her to practice tomorrow, Tuesday, as well as Wednesday. So 1 day and 2 days before the test. So what I can do is I can select Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then I can select what time I want her to practice. So let's say it's 4:30. And then I'll click Apply to All. Okay, click Confirm. and there you'll see that it will automatically generate 2 practice sessions on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 4:30. But there's an error message that appeared because it's conflicting with another existing event. Oh, okay, so the calendar was able to catch that she's actually supposed to revise her Chinese on Wednesday, also at the same time at 4:30, which means then she can't practice things here at 4:30. So instead, maybe let's change this to 5 o'clock. Okay, so you can edit timing for the Tingxie practice session separately over here. And if you wish to not have a specific time because your schedule is pretty flexible and you just want to slot in Tingxie practice as and when you have time, you can also click the sun to make it all day. If you want to undo it, just undo and you'll return back to the original setting. Okay, so just do a quick check before you save everything. So just to recap, practice sessions are tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the actual Tingxie test is on Thursday. So the details here are all correct. And just to highlight as well, if your child has multiple pages of the Tingxie list and you have uploaded a couple of pages at the same time in the previous step, you should see multiple Tingxie test sessions on this page as well. And then you can edit the practice sessions accordingly. Okay, and so once this is all done, let's click continue. And then we will name this E1's Tingxie practice. If you want a reminder, you can set a reminder to alert you to remember to practice Tingxie. So I'll probably do 5 minutes. And for this next step, this is a function that is only available for users who have the Tingxie Plus routine. So if you would like Toshi to remind you if your child has not yet practiced Tingxie, you can also select notify me if practice is missed. And if I click 30 minutes, what this means is if on Tuesday at 4:30 she hasn't finished her Tingxie and she didn't mark as complete in Toshi app, at 5 o'clock, you will receive a notification to say that the Tingxie practice session was not done and whether or not you would like any test, any reminder before the actual test. So in our example, the test is on Thursday, which means if you want just a gentle reminder that you're having Tingxie tomorrow, you can select 9 p.m. the day before or 8 a.m. the same day. Okay, and then we'll click create routine. So there you go, the routine has been all set up. And next, I'll just show you how the routine looks like on your calendar as well as your child's calendar. So to go back to the calendar, go to this calendar button at the top. And here you will see that the test is on Thursday, 16th of July. So this is when your child is actually having the test in school. And you have scheduled Tingxie practice over here on Tuesday at 4:30 as well as on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So on your calendar, it should look similar. It should reflect here as Administer Tingxie practice. So this is how it will look like on the supervising adults calendar. And if you do not wish to have this event in the adults calendar, it is optional. You can simply unselect the option when setting up the routine. If for some reason you wish to edit the routine, for example, to reschedule the timing, reschedule the date, you can either click into the event and click at this top banner here to edit the details. It will bring you into the routine again. And over here, you can change the time over here. And then, or if you would like to change the days as well, you can just apply to all. Okay. So this is one way that you can edit the routine. Another way is if you're at your homepage on the calendar, you can also click into the Tingxie practice button at the right column. This is where it will bring you into the Tingxie routine dashboard. And that's when you can edit the routine directly and it will bring you back to where we were previously as well. Now I will share with you how to actually administer the routine when it's time to practice Tingxie. So go back to the main calendar view over here And let's say right now it's Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. You're ready to get your child to practice her Tingxie. All you have to do is click on the event, and before she actually tests herself, we want to also get her to practice writing the words a couple of times, right? So within the Chinese Tingxie Plus routine, you will also be able to access this print worksheet function, whereby a worksheet will be auto-generated for you, and it looks something like this. So the AI will extract all the Tingxie words to be tested onto this practice sheet with the grids all already laid out, either one character or two Chinese characters. And if it's a sentence, it will also count the number of characters and provide the necessary number of boxes as well. You can print this out easily and get your child to practice before we actually test her at home. Once your child is ready to be tested by Toshi, it's really simple. The supervising adult just has to get a tablet or a desktop or even your mobile phone and open the Toshi app either on the phone or the web app and click Start Practice. So what this function does inside the Tingxie Plus routine is that there's an audio playback session. The supervising adult doesn't have to sit there and read the Chinese words to the child in order for the child to practice being tested. So this is really useful, especially if your helper is assisting to supervise and your helper may not be able to speak Chinese. All she has to do is to click Start Practice and the audio will start playing automatically. So the audio will speak Chinese, guide your child to say that I'm testing you for your Chinese Tingxie words now, and I'll repeat the words a couple of times and give you time to write.
听写练习开始之前，请准备好你的铅笔、橡皮和纸。我会把每个词语或句子大声朗读3遍，并给你时间写下来。第一，月，月。
So it will provide a break in between to allow the child to write. Okay, and then this repeats for the subsequent words for the rest of the 8 words that are over here. So once the Tingxie practice test has been completed, the child or the supervising adult can then proceed to guide the child to mark Tingxie. We highly recommend for the child to mark the Tingxie themselves because it allows the child to know which words they perhaps need a little bit more practice on, and they can provide to do corrections as necessary. Once all that has been done, it is time to mark the practice as complete. And the purpose of doing this is to notify the parents who may not be home at that point in time, because the parents will receive a notification on their phone to say that your child has finished your Tingxie practice. And so for the supervising adult at home, it's really easy. All they have to do is click this, and they'll have to take a photo of the completed Tingxie word as well. Same thing, if you're using the browser, simply use your phone to scan this QR code and it will do the same. It will prompt a pop-up window for you to take a photo and upload into Toshi. Once that's done, the parents will be able to receive a notification. So please take note that all these 3 buttons and functions here, which is being able to print out the worksheet, using the audio playback function, as well as allowing the parents to know that the practice has been done, are only available to users who have paid for the Tingxie Plus routine. Okay, and this is the end of this video. I've basically showed you how to set up the Tingxie routine, how to edit it, how it looks like on your calendar and your child's calendar, as well as how to administer the routine. And so no matter if you're available to administer this routine or not, you can always get the grandparents or your helper to help administer the routine, and you can be notified even when you're not at home. I hope this tutorial has been useful. If you have any questions about setting up this routine, feel free to comment in the comment section below and we'll get back to you on that. Thanks for watching!